I was laying in my bed when I heard my sister scream, "Where is it? Where is my phone?" as I heard her stomping towards my room, and my anxiety instantly flared up. My sister Kayla had always had something off about her, but every time my dad took her to get checked, she'd fight back and threaten him, but then act like a princess when he gave in. She busted down my bedroom door, and I just sat there watching her destroy my room looking for her phone. "I know you took it. You're jealous because boys actually want to talk to me. You probably went through my DMs because you're obsessed with my life." I was 12. I didn't care about her DMs or whatever guys were messaging her. And even though my super old iPhone 6 was dead, I just put my noise-canceling headphones on, but I actually knew where it was. Earlier that day, my dad saw her phone and was going to plug it in for her when a notification popped up. He saw it was from a guy he knew was way older than her, and when he read what the message said, he instantly grounded her from it, putting it in his hiding spot. I watched him quietly take her phone and put it on top of the kitchen cabinet where he thought neither of us could reach. She was finally searching my room, and it was practically destroyed, but I knew she wasn't giving up yet. I just watched her lips move and her face get redder. Then she stormed out of my room toward the bathroom where my dad was brushing his teeth. I pulled one headphone off just in time to hear what she was saying. "Dad, she took my phone. Make her give it back." There was a pause. Then I heard my dad's voice, calm but serious. "Sweetie, I took it, and you're not getting it back." The house went dead silent. "What do you mean you took it? I saw what you've been doing on there, and you're not gonna act like that in this house. I gave it away, and you aren't getting another one." And that's when our house went silent, before she completely snapped. I watched her face get redder and redder, before screaming that she needed a new one. That was a brand new iPhone 16. "I'm gonna call the cops on you. He's gonna think I'm ghosting him if I don't respond." My dad just kept brushing his teeth unfazed, and she stomped off. But as I peeked into the hall, she wasn't going towards her room. She was headed straight for the kitchen, and I realized she knew where it was. She stomped over, but weirdly she didn't climb onto the counter to grab it. I heard drawers opening and shutting. When she walked back, she reached for the knife block, and she pulled out the biggest one we had. She was literally holding a 10-inch blade, and I stopped breathing as she turned around and stomped straight back to the hallway. I ducked, having no idea what she was gonna do. I thought she was trying to scare us by bringing it to her room because she's done that before, but she didn't turn. She walked straight towards the bathroom. I yelled, "Kayla, stop," but she didn't even acknowledge me. She slammed the bathroom door, locking it before I could do anything. I heard yelling, Dad telling Kayla to drop it. I banged on the door to tell her not to, but it was no use. They were yelling, and I heard things breaking, multiple thumps against the walls. She turned and walked straight to the bathroom, and before my dad could react, she was inside with him. The door slammed, the lock clicked, then the screaming started. I ran to the door and started banging on it. "Stop, please stop." I could hear them struggling. I heard things falling. My dad was yelling at her to drop it. I ran over to the kitchen and tried my best to climb onto the counter. I reached as high as I could, feeling my legs straining, but barely got the phone with my fingertips. I instantly emergency dialed 911, still hearing her shouting that he pushed her too far this time. "Hello? My sister's trying to kill my dad, please." But I heard my dad screaming my name. I dropped the phone and went back to the door, before hearing him grunt in pain, and something glass shattered. "Dad? Dad, are you there?" I heard something thump on the floor, and it was dead silent now. All I could hear was the operator asking me if I was still there, and I said, "Dad, say something please." I noticed red seeping underneath the door. I heard someone crying, but I couldn't recognize whose voice it was. The lock turned, and the door slowly opened. If it was my dad, he for sure would have said something. He wouldn't want me to be worried like this. And as the door opened more, I saw that same giant knife covered in red, and I jumped back not wanting to be her next victim. But then I saw Kayla's hair on the floor, and my dad walked out of the bathroom holding his shoulder, completely covered in cuts. He just hugged me saying, "Ambulance, please." My psycho beach sister is now in a mental ward for life, and I got a free brand new iPhone 16.